The Chitrik Academy is dedicated in loving memory of Rabbi Tzvi Hirsh Chitrik. Today we are going to learn from Kav Shumshimin until Teku over here on the bottom line. Let's go to our board. We previously learned that Rabbi Yitzchak says that if a person finds a kav on the street, a kav is a certain measurement, in the area of Dalad Amis, of 4 Amis, which is approximately 6 feet, then the person may keep it. So we learned that Rabbi Yirmiyah asked, what's the reason for Rabbi Yitzchak's statement? Is it because 4 Amis, the area of 4 Amis is a bother for the person to collect? The person who lost his item will not come to collect it because it's spread out over the area of 4 Amis. So let's write this down. Is it because it's a bother, which the Gemara calls a tircha? Or is it because a kav is not a chashuv amount, is not a valuable amount of wheat that a person would return to come collect it? So the second option is because a kav isn't valuable, which the Gemara calls chashuv. So in the last lesson we brought 2 examples. What would be the nafkamina? What would be the difference in halacha with each of these reasons? And today we are going to learn other examples as well. Let's return to the board. Kav shumshamin, if a person finds a kav of shumshmim, which are sesame seeds, be'arba amais, in the area of 4 amais, on the street, mahu. What is the halacha? Kav ba'arba amais taimamai. What was the reason why Rabbi Yitzchak said that if a person finds a kav in the area of 4 amais, he may keep it? Let's make a question mark. Taimamai. What was the reason? If we say mishum deloi chashivi, because it was not chashiv, the amount of a kav is not chashiv, the amount of a kav of wheat is not chashiv, the shumshamin. However, sesame seeds, kiva and dechshivi, because they are more valuable, a kav of valuable sesame seeds, le'mafka lehu, the person who lost them does not make them hefker, and therefore he will come to retrieve them, and the person who finds it may not keep it. That's one way of looking at it. Oidilma, or perhaps mishum de nafesh techayu, because the reason why a kav in the area of 4 amis of kernels of wheat, a person does not collect, a person gives up on collecting them, on finding them, is because it's a big bother to collect them in the area of 4 amis. Then v'kolshken shumshimin, then for sure sesame seeds, which are a lot smaller than kernels of wheat, kiven de nafesh terchayu tvei, because it's even a bigger bother than wheat, mafke lehu, the owner will make it hefker, and the person who finds it will get to keep them. So let's see these 2 things on our board. Let's scroll down a bit. So in the case of, let's change colors to write case 1. So the case that we're mentioning, the first case now, case 1, is regarding sesame seeds. Which the Gemara calls shumshman. So in the case of sesame seeds, if I say that the person, a kav in 4 ames, the reason why Rabbi Yitzchak says the person may keep it is because it's a bother to pick up all the kernels, and therefore the owner will give up, then for sure sesame seeds, which are a lot smaller than kernels, for sure will not be able to, the owner will not be able to, will not come back to retrieve them. So let's write in case number 1. If we say it's because of a bother, the finder would, yes, be allowed to keep them because the owner gives up on them. However, if the reason why a person who finds a kav of kernels and shus rabim gets to keep them because they're not valuable, then in case of sesame seeds where they are valuable, the owner will return to retrieve them. And therefore, the finder cannot keep them and must return them. This is case number 1 that we're learning about today, that Rabbi Yirmiyah brings of sesame seeds. Let's learn the next case. So let's make a note of here. Kav Shum Shemin is case number 1. And now we're going to learn case number 2. Kav Tamari, if a person finds a kav of dates, Ba'arba Amais, in the area of 4 Amais, or kav Rimoine Ba'arba Amais, or a kav of Rimoinim, pomegranates in the area of 4 Amais, Mahu. What will be the halacha? Kar Ba'arba Amais, Taima Mai. What was the reason why Rabbi Yitzchak said that if a person finds a kav of kernels in 4 Amais, he may keep it? Wasn't Mishum Doich Shivi? Wasn't because they're not chashiv. Kernels, the kav of kernels are not chashiv. And kav Tamari Bar Ma'amis, and kav Rimoini Bar Ma'amis, Nami Doich Shivi. A kav of dates in 4 Amis and a kav of pomegranates in 4 Amis are also not chashiv, and therefore, ma'afker lehu, the owner, will give up on finding it and make it hefker, and therefore the person who finds it may keep it. Oidilma, or perhaps the reason why Rabbi Yitzchak said a kav that person finds in the area of 4 Amis he may keep is mishum denafesh chachayu, because it's a big bother. However, the kav tamari bar amis, but a kav of dates in the area of 4 amis, the kav rimayni bar amis, and a kav of pomegranates in 4 amis, which we know that dates and pomegranates are large and are much easier to collect. Kiven the loy nafish techayu, because it's not a big bother, loy mafka lehu, the owner will not make them hefker and will return to collect it, and therefore the person who finds it may not keep it. So, what are the halacha in all these cases? What was the reason for Rabbi Yitzchak's statement that if a person finds a kav of kernels of wheat in 4 amis, he may keep it? The Gemara's answer is teku, which basically means we don't know the answer and we wait till Mashiach comes to answer the question. Now let's see this on our board. Let's switch to a different color. Case number 2 of the Gemara is a case of pomegranates or dates. So, pomegranates or dates. So in this case, case number 2, pomegranates and dates are less of a bother to come collect, and therefore the person who finds it will not be able to keep it because the owner will come to collect it because it's not a bother. However, if the reason why Rabbi Yitzchak had said that if a person finds a kav of wheat in the area of 4 amis, he may keep it because it's not valuable, these pomegranates and dates are not valuable, and therefore the person who finds it may keep it because the owner will not come to reclaim it. This is the end of this lesson.